It's a lovely day in the woods today, and I'm gonna do a video on my 5 favorite outdoors gear items, and yeah, just looking for a nice spot to relax and show you guys. There's a small lake over that rich pond, I should say. I don't want to go too close because there's a lot of animal activity going on right now. You've got the Mars hares, and they're doing their thing, boxing and impressing the ladies. So I don't want to interfere. And so I'm downwind from the pond, and so I've got a tote bag and my trusty poncho. Some gear. So, did these 3 straps today. So this is a hammock. I will show it when it's strung up, and yeah. So I've strung it up before the criticism comes flying. I'm gonna explain a couple of things about me. I'm into heavy duty stuff, and I want my gear to be versatile. So that's why. This is the first time I've put this setup up. I have used this before numerous times, but I went back to it because my DD hammock gave up on me after 6 years of use. The bottom split on it, and to be fair, I got 60-70 uses out of it. So times, I should say, I used it. So it's been good to me, but still, yeah. So I've gone back to the heavy duty, no nonsense kind of stuff, and this is one of the items I love. I made it myself, and as you can see, it's got lighter color stitching, and that's because I can examine the stitching and see if it's going or if it's holding up. If you have stitching in the same color as the fabric, it might be harder. And this is marine grade top holding. It's a poly cotton blend, and it's really strong. What I'm stringing up it with is 1250 paracord, and I'm going for the thicker gauge because it doesn't stretch as much as let's say usual paracord, and it doesn't damage the hammock too much, because if you have a thicker diameter, thicker gauge line that goes through it, it evens out the wear and tear on the fabric, and it has tons of usage other than just keeping up the hammock. As you saw, the tree huggers is also straps if I want to use this setup as a backpack or sling bag or what have you. Item number 2 is this blanket. It is a really big really big blanket. It's from the Danish civil defense hospital. Yeah, and it's I think it is 8 feet long and 5.5 feet wide. So 160 times 240. That's my dog lovingly chewing on that's been my dog lovingly chewing on my blanket. So reminder of my dog. So that's number 2. That's my go-to sleeping arrangement. I just love wool. So item number 3 is this small axe hatchet, and it's a merger from 2 of my friends, Steve, Norfnife on YouTube, my paddling companion and bush buddy made the sheath for it, and see, small foot. And the blacksmith's name is Simon Wessel, and I love the geometry of the head. You can shave with it, and at the same time it's got a good splitting wedge. So really good one. And it I'm gonna show you a couple of pictures later on when I have it in my belt. I am making a belt hanger for this one and my other small axes, small to medium axes. And that's item number 3. There is a theme going on here. I mean, you see I've got this DIY hammock and a custom made axe and so on, but it's not, in this case it's not tooting my own horn. I mean, I made it for my specifications, and the same with the axe. It's even though he didn't make it specifically for me, when I saw it I couldn't let my hands I couldn't let it go. So it's when you make something, you not only get the product, but you get the skills as well, and the ability to maintain it, because you have already made it. This one was a prize from Craig over in Canada, Forest Walker 111, and it's the Boreal by Diving Sparrow. Now it's been used and loved a lot, so it's not pristine by any means. See if you can see the mark. But that's the thing with gear. If it just sits in a shelf, it's nothing but an ornament. So this is I put a glow-in-the-dark marker and a compass that works. I'm never going to use this compass alone. It's I have to have a real big compass to check it off now and again. To see. It's just for general direction. So that's 4 items. Next one is hard because, as I said before, it is between this poncho, and don't worry, I'm going to put everything on so you can see what I'm talking about. And these pants, and what I have in this bag. This is a sweater I made, and can work in it all day in the woods, and it just works. Then I have a hood I made too. It is always going with me. Great to have at night when you sleep in your hammock or on the floor. Toasty warm. Also keeps the wet off. So wool, both of them. So I'm gonna go with the pants because I wear them 3 seasons of the year. They are a bit hot in the summer, but they are just very utilitarian, and they're completely windproof. So and I treat them frequently, so they are in effect waterproof as well. And when I'm out in the woods, I don't want to be bothered by small things like being a bit chilly or being a bit uncomfortable. I mean, the few precious moments you have in the woods, you want to enjoy yourself, and these are just bomb proof. They just work. It's hard to explain. So no fetish, guys. That's the 5 items. I'm gonna tag, I think it will be 5 guys. I didn't think it would be that many, but I think I have a good lineup. And just gonna get the brew on and show you the full kit. Oh, this is just a quick tip. In this bag I have tinder, and it's all natural. So what I'm gonna do is replace some of the nice dry one with some of the new I picked. That way I always have a supply at hand, and yeah, that's something I do as well when I hike or canoe or whatever. I use it the next day, so that way I don't, you replenish the stock all the time. So what I'm using today is old man's beard and birch bark, and see if we can get that. I'm being really sloppy with my fire making, but there you go. I didn't prepare it for hours, I just picked up some stuff, and if it goes, it goes. So Let's get a couple of rocks and put them near the fire so I can put my pan on. It is a bit precarious, so I will watch it. But there you go. So if anyone wonders, this is lurch, and it stays, what should I say, fresh long time, because it doesn't rot that easily. And when you find branches like I did, even though we had 2 feet of snow 1-2 weeks ago, it doesn't take up the moisture as easily, so it stays pretty dry, even though yeah, the rest of the environment is pretty damp. And we've had a couple of good days, so it's dried up nicely. So, I hope you enjoyed my little outing. It was a day to go over my gear, and as I'm changing setup for New Year with the hammock, just want to give it a try, and I'm gonna experiment with spreader bars, so it doesn't bunch up on your feet. But that will probably be a separate video. So this is what I do when I have not new gear, but when I'm trying out gear, is to go out not too far from home and give it a try. And I often do an overnighter as well when I'm close to my loadout, so to speak, so you don't get any nasty surprises. And gonna get back to you when I'm drinking my chocolate in this case, and then I'll add the tags. Let's see. Thinking about the people I'm gonna tag. There is one guy called Bushcraft Sweden, and he does great videos, and he's out with his dog and canoeing and hiking and all sorts. He has great content. He's really good videographer. I'm not. And another friend of mine, Bullthrush, Andrew in Texas, is really knowledgeable, and he does a lot of his own stuff, gear. He's a great guy, and knowledge-wise he has far too few subscribers. He should have a lot more. And there's another Texian I'm gonna name, and that's Ray from Surviving 2. He's also avid outdoorsman and does all sorts of things. He's a great guy, and I'm looking forward to see what his 5 favorite things are, outdoor gear wise. And then we have, let's see, my memory isn't what it's supposed to be. Steintanz Tim. He's an old YouTube friend of mine, the first one that I really came across, and he does awesome. He has an awesome eye for nature, and you can really tell he enjoys being out there, and he's been everywhere adventuring, so he's a cool guy. He likes big knives, nothing wrong with that. And that's 4, yeah, that's 4. Oh man, I think I'm gonna stick with 4. So you guys are tagged, and if I remember the 5th guy, I'm gonna edit that in. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye guys, and girls.